Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. The US launched a new attack, a missile attack on Yemen slash Houthis. This is the fourth one. This just occurred. So this is the January 18th over there. Here is still January 17th. So this is an attack that occurred on Thursday. Today is still Wednesday in the United States of America. So let's see what these guys are reporting. I have an article and I have one map. 18th of January 2024, this is Russia's time. US launches new strikes, plural, on Yemen. The Pentagon has unleashed a fourth round of airstrikes against Houthi rebels in less than a week. This is bigger attack than I think any before. This is the fourth one, and you see how Russia today identify the Houthis as rebels. I think the United States of America just designated Houthis as being a terrorist organization. The United States reportedly launched a fresh wave of attacks against alleged militant targets across Yemen on Wednesday night, just hours after Washington designated the Houthi rebel group as a terrorist organization. Any civilians killed? No? Okay. When these guys report about their strikes or other countries' strike, they never kill civilians. Only the bad people kill civilians, always. Got that? All right. Like in Red Riding Hood story. The missile salvo was fired from U.S. Navy ships, plural, stationed in the Red Sea and targeted sites that were prepared to launch attacks. CBS News and the Associated Press reported citing unnamed U.S. officials. Over a dozen locations were said to have been hit in the strikes. The operation follows a Houthi strike against a U.S.-owned bulk carrier ship, Genco Picardy, in the Gulf of Aden earlier on Wednesday, with militant group spokesman Yahya Sarrea claiming a direct hit on the cargo vessel. So let's see where that likely occurred. So here is the Saudi Arabia. Yemen is down here. This is the Gulf of Aden. This is the Red Sea, and this is Israel, for which the bells toll or something, whatever. So here is where that occurred in this area. They usually bombard the west side of Yemen. This is where they attack these areas. I don't know if they're going to give us any more details. And I'm quoting, the naval forces will not hesitate to target all sources of threat in the Red and Arabian Sea, with the legitimate right to defend Yemen and to continue supporting the oppressed Palestinian people, he added, end quote. U.S. Central Command, the agency responsible for overseeing operations in the Middle East and Central Asia, said there were no injuries in the attack and that the vessel remained seaworthy, but noted some damage to the ship. I'm surprised. The attack on the cargo vessel comes on the heels of several similar strikes in recent weeks, after the Houthis vowed to target any ship affiliated with Israel amid the ongoing war in Gaza. And they said now that they could attack the US and the UK ships as well. There are legitimate targets. That's what they said. And right, maybe like this. Okay. And I'm quoting, the Houthis must be held accountable for their actions, but it should not be at the expense of Yemeni civilians. Yeah, you don't give a shit what they're talking about. Secretary of State Antony Blinken said in a statement, blah, 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 blah. And I'm quoting, as the Department of State moves forward with the designation, we are taking significant steps to mitigate any adverse impacts this designation may have on the people of Yemen. Now, question, what if the Houthis, the government in Yemen, designates the Americans as being, or America being a terrorist state? Can they hit like that in the United States of America or Great Britain? From their perspective, I'm guessing would ask the Americans and the Brits, what are you doing in my thing with Israel? oh, we're just defending Israel. Well, you stuck in our problem. Therefore, you came here. Okay? We didn't attack you unless you came here and you introduced yourself in this. So, however, the top U.S. diplomat, it's not a diplomat, it's just a weasel for foreign interests, added that the decision would be reversed if the Houthis ceased their attack on ships transiting the Red Sea. The group had previously been placed on the Foreign Terrorist Organization list under the administration of President Donald Trump, but were delisted in February 2021. I wonder why. So, the fourth attack, they don't give us information. No civilians were harmed. Blinken said so that they will take precautionary measures to avoid that from happening. They just destroyed those guys when they were almost ready. They were getting ready to launch some deadly criminal attacks on some vessels in the Red Sea. Well, I think those vessels should be good to go, but on the other hand, I don't think that some countries should just insert themselves in the equation. If you insert yourself on the equation, you're a legitimate target. If I have a problem with a neighbor here, and we shoot at one another, and I have a third one over there helping this guy, in any way, he becomes my target. I mean, if not, well, you can run your life however you think. I would run it that way and see where that gets. And next time when you argue with your neighbor, I'm going to help your neighbor, and you cannot touch me if you agree with that kind of philosophy. So Yemen, Palestinians, Israel, these guys come over, but hey, we're not involved. Yes, you are, right there. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just. Things will escalate. Things will escalate.